Who'll be our quarterback this evening, Coach Looney?
Leading us is Dylan James.
And we're set and ready to go from Legacy Stadium. And here's the kick into the end zone. And the Cougars will have the ball and start their drive at the 20-yard line.
Cherokee Trail will take over on their 20-yard line, 1st and 10.
And it'll be interesting tonight to see what the Cougars do, because Ethan Lesge, the starting quarterback, is in street clothes. And it looks like Dylan James will be the quarterback running out of that Wildcat offense. And we'll see what happens against the Eagles early on. First play of week 4 for the CT Cougars. Dylan James at quarterback. And the officials have to discuss something. Dylan Brooks is back. The left tackle, number 74, a great sign. He's had back problems and started numerous games, if not all the games, for CT last year at left tackle. He is at left tackle tonight. So they lose Ethan Lesge this week, but gain the left tackle. And that is great news for the Cougars. Out in the flat, Cole Graper with the catch. Stuck at about the 27-yard line. Complete and a pickup of 2 yards. Dylan James to Cole Graper. Well, we have a great atmosphere here at Legacy Stadium.
Second down.
Thousands of fans here at the facility for this neighborhood tradition-rich rivalry now.
James, the signal caller for the trail.
Second down now. And 8. Dylan James at quarterback. Trying to draw him off, and he does. It appears this will go against Eaglecrest early on with 11:19 to play in the first quarter. Our first quarter of Cherokee Trail football is brought to you by On Point Urgent Care. 3 locations in the South Metro. Highlands Ranch, Lone Tree, and right here in Aurora, On Point Urgent Care. 11:15 to play in the first quarter. Dylan James is your quarterback for the Cougars, and he keeps it to the right side. And the Raptors sniff it out. The speed and the pursuit was there.
Elijah Anderson Taylor.
And a loss of maybe 5 yards on the play.
Number 45, Tyler Dufour.
After the first down. 10:50 to play in the On Point Urgent Care first quarter. Cherokee Trail Cougars football live on the NFHS Network.com. Glad you joined us wherever you may be. Florida, Ohio, Texas. Checking in tonight. Dylan James, mesh handoff. Malik Sparrow running hard. And a good piece of running from Sparrow, a pickup of 8 yards on the play.
Ball spotted at the 37-yard line. Will be third down for the Cougars.
3rd and 5 for the visiting team, the CT Cougars tonight. Even though this is their home stadium, they share it with Eaglecrest, of course, in Grandview. 9:55 to play in the opening quarter. Dylan James at quarterback. Option left. Looks like he's going to dump it off, but keeps it and stretches out. A great effort. And I'm not sure if he got the first down. It appears he did. What a play from Dylan James early on with 9:45 to play in the first quarter. A pickup of 6 yards. Lesge with the concussion that they learned about after the game, after the victory last week over Overland at Stutler Bowl, 41-6. This is a non-conference game, even though it's a great rivalry here in the Southeast Aurora community. James out in the flat. Darius Swanson picks up about 4, maybe 5 after the catch, and leaning forward To the 50-yard line is Swanson. A pickup of 6 yards on the play for the Cougars
Brings up second down, ball spotted right at the
here at
50-yard
Legacy
line.
Stadium.
Second
Great
and 3
effort
for
by
the
Swanson.
Cougars.
Nice pass by James. 9:15 to play in the first quarter. 5A Colorado football. Right here on the NFHSnetwork.com. CT Football Live brought to you by On Point Urgent Care. Dylan James, left side, finds a hole. First down, spinning.
James.
What a run! And great blocks up front. A pickup of 8 yards for Dylan James, the junior quarterback, running back, defensive back, and all-purpose athlete. 8:50 to play in the first quarter. There you see big number 74, Dylan Brooks. Good to see him in there on the offensive line along with Jandik. Drew King, number 69. Dean Dyer, the center. Gabe Perkins, number 54. Swanson split out to the left. Graper to the right. Option right. James keeps it. Picks up about 4 yards on the play. Knocks his helmet off. And right now, this CT offense has rhythm and the tempo that we talk about all the time. Have to come out strong against a great team like Eaglecrest, the third-ranked team in the state. On Point Urgent Care. Don't forget to mention this ad to On Point Urgent Care, and you can get your flu shot for just $10. On Point Urgent Care. 3 locations in the South Metro. Sean Roberts, number 15, walking to the sideline. Dylan James on the sideline with Garrett Looney, the offensive coordinator, who is on the field this evening and not to the left of us here at the press box. Looney, first year with head coach Joe Johnson. 2 years at Valor Christian. The last 2 years.
Kyle Lowthen, the new
What a great offensive coach. Kyle Lowthen, complete. Lowthen comes in at quarterback, and that's a pickup of 8 yards. To Mark Anthony Thomas, number 35, who plays both sides of the ball. 7:10 to play in the first quarter. The biggest game of the night is right here at Legacy Stadium. Cherokee Trail and Eaglecrest, the Raptors.
James back in at the quarterback position for the Cougars.
Dylan James at the QB spot. James, hands off. Sparrow wrapped up by 3 Raptors. And the whistles blow.
Elijah Anderson Taylor
Appeared to be an option
also
left.
there assisting.
And you're looking at the read on that one. You know, we could just guess that it's an option.
Brings up fourth down.
May have been a give, but the bottom line, the Raptors were there, unable to pull it out of the belly and take it around the left side.
Cougars look like they're going for it on
Fourth down. 8 to go. Dylan James at quarterback. And a lack of communication and a timeout, hopefully, by the Cougars here.
Cougars taking the timeout.
Thankfully, the timeout was called, and Garrett Looney says, great job, man. Great work on offense so far in this game against one of the best, if not the best team in the state. We'll see. 5:57 to go in the first quarter. And this quarter is brought to you by On Point Urgent Care. People you know, people you trust. What a great facility here in Southeast Aurora. near Cherokee Trail High School.
Brought to you by Dion's
Drop on
Restaurant,
by.
Associates and Family
Great
Dentistry,
doctors,
and High
great
Five
staff,
Pizza in
on
South
point
Bend.
urgent care.
All
Thank you very much for
Eaglecrest
supporting
Reactors.
CT football in 2017. 4th down, 8 yards to go from the Eaglecrest 40. 3 receivers split out to the right, 2 to the left. James dumps it off. Cole Graper, first down at the 30-yard line. Makes a move, 25-20, inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
James's pass.
CG
Complete to
Cole Graper. 25 yards on the reception after the catch. Great to see Cole Graper with the reception and a big play.
Ball spotted just
Really
outside
good
the
young man.
18-yard line of the Raptors.
And
The Cougars will have a fresh
just
touchdown
wants to do
inside
big
the 20-yard
things.
line.
Cares about his craft and cares about this team. A big play after the pass. How about that pass from James? Dumps it off. That's all you need to do. Athletes make plays in big games, and you saw Dylan James do just that. Swanson says me. Sparrow, left side, and you know what? That could have been a 1-yard loss, but he picks up 4 yards. The long, lanky athlete, strong,
There to drag it down.
fast. Malik
Ball spotted
Sparrow
at the 15-yard line.
leaning
Second
forward,
down.
and how about this offense so far without their starting quarterback? Graper comes in with the play. Marching downfield. I'm telling you, if you're tuned in right now, we appreciate it, and you're watching the big game of the night. CT football and Eaglecrest. James in the shotgun. Pulls it. Left side, gets around, speed, and here come the Raptors, and a great defensive effort
Corey Corbin and Tommy
by the home team
Dangerfield
tonight
right there.
on James. So James
Down
pulled
James
it,
on the carry.
and it's really difficult to run option football if you have to bow it out there, but he is athletic,
Ball spotted
quick,
at the
and fast enough to
17-yard
make
line.
plays.
Third down for
The
the
challenge, though, tonight is Eaglecrest is extremely fast at every position. And they know that as well as anyone. I'm not sure if Lothan is at quarterback. I believe he is. And it's through his hands, and he better jump on it. He does not. This one could go to the house. Victor Garnes, 10-5, touchdown, Eaglecrest.
Touchdown,
After the fumble.
Victor Garnes scooping up the fumble.
And that
for the
is
Raptor
unfortunate for a team forced to be creative. You have got to catch that football, and there may be a penalty on the play, a holding call. I did not see it, but Victor Garnes, the star athlete for this Eaglecrest team, picks that up and returns it almost the length of the field for the touchdown. And that is just too bad. They took
Raptors
time
have
off the
received
clock,
sideline
marched
warning.
downfield,
That is their first
and Lothan,
discipline.
who has not had a lot of snaps this season, unable to catch the ball. Distracted, whatever happened,
Sam Onilenla getting set to hold for the Raptors.
obviously did not work out well for the Cougars. But that's all right, they'll bounce back.
Here in Sandoval,
Some confidence on
Second
offense. Garnes with the touchdown, the recovery, and the defensive play. And this extra point is good. And with 4 minutes and 8 seconds to play, Eaglecrest takes a 7-0 lead over the CT Cougars in the first quarter. On point urgent care, 3 locations in the South Metro. Beautiful spot in Lone Tree, also in Highlands Ranch, and the great facility right here near Cherokee Trail High School and Legacy Stadium. On point urgent care, people you know, people you trust. Well, that could be deflating for CT, but it's so early here, and they did so many great things on offense. Now they just have to do it again. Hold on to the ball. You have to protect the ball. You can't emphasize that enough. That's tough for Lothan, but you have to catch that thing first, obviously. I mean, you'll take a sack, you'll take a loss of 4, 5, 6, 7 yards, but a fumble recovery that goes to the house the other direction, that is just disastrous against a great team like Eaglecrest. So here we go. We're going to bounce back. 4:08 left in the first quarter. Lothan's worked hard at that quarterback spot, and it's good to see him complete a pass tonight, and he's going to hate that as much as anyone. So he'll bounce back. He'll be all right. Dylan James, little pump, keeps it, and a pickup of maybe 2 yards.
On the stop for the Raptors, Dylan James with the carry.
CT, Cherokee Trail High School, with the burgundy helmets, navy pants, white jerseys, navy numerals. The Raptors from Eaglecrest in the all black. Red numerals, trimmed in white. Sparrow lined up behind Dylan James. At quarterback, 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. James, play action. Out to Thomas, incomplete.
Intended for Mark Anthony Thomas.
Well, this is going to be a theme tonight. You have to catch whatever comes your way. Whether it's a snap or a pass, hold on to the ball. If you're running the ball,
coverage on the play. Have
to limit any turnover you can in a big rivalry game like this one. Colorado High School football, 5A, 3:20 to play in the first quarter.
Brings up third down 4.
On the NFHS Network, Cherokee Trail Cougars football. Dylan James, rolling left, dumps it off, open receiver. Great job once again. Sean Roberts, first down, and that's how you play pitch and catch. Sean Roberts with that huge game last week against Overland. Pickup of 22 yards. Roberts has been huge early in the season, of course. A punt return, a fake punt, check that for a touchdown. Couple touchdown receptions last week, and oh, by the way, an absolutely perfect onside kick. I don't think I've seen a better one. 2:47 in the first quarter. Dylan James unloads. Complete! First down! CT! How about that pass rolling right? Get it done! To Thomas, a pickup of 10 yards. And that moves the chains. Nice job by James. And great concentration by Thomas. What a great young man he is. 2:30 to play, opening quarter. Let's focus in on James here. Malik Sparrow to his right. James starting at QB for Lesgie. Here's James. Looks, makes a move. One miss. Couple misses, gets ahead. But I don't know if he got back to the line of scrimmage. I'm not sure.
With the carry.
Some ad-libbing there.
Hernandez chasing down the quarterback for the Raptors. Also assisting Elijah Anderson-Taylor.
44-yard line. Legacy Stadium. Timeout on the field. 1:44 to go. Eaglecrest with the fumble recovery for the touchdown. After CT drove nearly the length of the field. The first quarter is brought to you by On Point Urgent Care. People you know, people you trust.
Raptor fans, don't miss out on your opportunity.
Once again,
50-50 raffle
we've talked
ticket.
about it
50-50
already,
raffle
but the
tickets on
theme
sale right now on the
this year
breezeway.
for Coach Johnson
Just
in
head
his
to the
first
50-50
year as head
raffle
coach
sign to get your tickets
of the
today.
CT Cougars
This is how it
is
works.
trust
50% of the
us,
proceeds goes to
trust
support the
each
Raptor
other,
Richmond Pep Band.
trust your
50% of the
teammates,
proceeds
trust
goes to
your
support
coaches,
whatever you'd like to support.
trust everyone involved
Get your raffle ticket
in this
today.
program. It is a team game, as you see Coach Johnson there in the gray. As Garrett Looney comes back to the sidelines, you see Coach Jackson over there, the linebackers coach. And we have one receiver split out to the right. One to the left. And Dylan James got him again. An offside on the defense, 1:44 to play in the first quarter once again. High school football fans in Pennsylvania and California watching this game tonight. Live streaming is such a blessing. Man, just for families, friends to see these young men play the greatest game on planet Earth. Dylan James, left side, knocked out. Watch out. Keep your knees bent. Be alert on the sidelines or you're going to see the surgeon sometime in the near future. 1:40 to go. In the first quarter, on point urgent care first quarter. Pickup of 4 yards. 3rd and 1 now. Garrett Looney's offense is taking time off the clock.
A good time to make some noise to support that defense out there.
Keeping the defense on their heels. And here we go with 1:40 to play in the opening quarter. Dylan James, someone goes the wrong way. And the Cougars pay for it. Not sure if it was James or Sparrow. But you can understand why there will be some challenges when your starting quarterback is not in there, and I think that's what happened. And James comes up with a injured wrist, it looks like, as Sean Roberts set to punt it away. So much speed and athleticism on this Eaglecrest team. You have to be wary, and you have to get a better snap than that back to the punter. So Roberts can get this thing off. Victor Garnes is who the Cougars know they need to slow down. I don't know if you could stop him, but you could try to challenge him.
15-yard line where the Raptors will have it, 1st and 10. First possession of the game for
so
the
the
Raptors
offense from Eaglecrest hits the field, and we haven't seen them yet this evening after the big defensive play for the touchdown. 7-0, 43.1 seconds to go in the first quarter. Handoff left side, keeping his legs.
Kenny Wanting carries out to the 20-yard line.
And Kenny Wanting with the carry. And we have a Cougar down, holding his left shin, and I believe it is Watson. I believe it's Justin Watson. And I hate to see that. Just a great young man. And obviously in pain as the trainers overlook his situation with head coach Joe Johnson. First year as head coach. 18 years in the building at Thunder Ridge, 17 as the head football coach for the Grizzlies. And that is a good sign. That may end up being a bruised shin. We can only hope. At least that's the way it appears up here. So let's hope it's nothing more than that. Jalen Mergerson is the quarterback.
Coming out of the officials' timeout, it'll be the Raptors ball, second down from the 20-yard line.
Second down and 6. Right side incomplete.
Jalen Mergerson's pass.
Mergerson
incomplete.
tried to hit Garnes and threw it a little too far ahead of him. See number 72 in there. Colton Osborne for CT at the nose tackle spot. Getting some vital PT tonight. And looking for big things from him this evening. Mergerson pressured, steps up, 20-yard line, 25, 30, 35, tries to make a move.
Jalen Mergerson, first down, Raptors. Miles Ruiz.
And Ruiz, a nice defensive play coming up, Miles Ruiz. Pickup of 20 yards. And that's the tough thing with this offense. You keep an eye on Garnes, but Mergerson is so dangerous. And Joe Johnson talked about that at the Rock Restaurant on Tuesday night in our pregame show. Mergerson is a very, very talented quarterback, throwing the ball and running the ball. A really good leader. Joe Johnson getting after his defense. It's all about communication, flying around. If you make a mistake, you cannot quit in this defense. The second quarter of CT football is brought to you by the Rock Restaurant on Smoky Hill and 470 in Southeast Aurora. Food, games, and fun at the Rock Restaurant in Saddle Rock. Tuesday nights, come on over, 6:30. We'll talk CT football with Coach Johnson. Man, we have such great fans, Booster Club. It's awesome to see them every week. Appreciate them. Here's Mergerson. Complete. Missed tackle right there.
Mergerson's pass complete to
Kobe Sconyers comes up and makes the play.
87 of the Raptors, Cameron Alfredson.
And these guys know they have to wrap up. There is just no room for error this evening.
Tackle and coverage on the play. Brings up second down for the Raptors.
Second down and 8. Cougar defense. Standing strong against Victor Garnes and Mergerson and Eaglecrest, the third-ranked team in the state. Mergerson outside to the right, avoids the pressure, and great pursuit. That is a great defensive play.
Isaac Kearns forcing Jalen Mergerson.
Isaac Kearns with the tackle, knocking the quarterback out of bounds. Back for his second straight week is Kearns. But it's a first down for Eaglecrest. Pickup of 10 yards. They will spread you out and take time off the clock. And the Cougars try to wrap up on this play and bringing some heat. And Mergerson saw the linebackers coming. And Joe Johnson, as the defensive coordinator also, the head coach and defensive coordinator, is going to try to bring whatever he can to try to keep Eaglecrest honest and on their toes. They cannot sit back and let Eaglecrest enforce their offense and their will and have their way tonight. So CT trying to be aggressive on defense with their looks and their scheme. 11:14 to play in the second quarter. Mergerson out in the flat. And coming up to make the play again is Miles Ruiz, and a loss of 3 yards on the play. Ruiz with the D.
Brings up second down for the Raptors. Ball spotted just inside the 50-yard line.
Handoff right side. Coming up for another big-time stick and tackle. Ruiz there, along with Kearns. Number 28 and number 2, Ruiz. For the Cougars.
Down, 10 yards to go for the Raptors.
3rd and 10 now. That was a big-time defensive play. 48-yard line now of Cherokee Trail. 3rd and 10. Mergerson in the shotgun. Back to pass. Over the middle. Complete. And that's a big gain after the catch.
Mergerson's pass complete to Cameron Alfredson. First down.
25-yard gain. Cameron Alfredson with the reception.
With the coverage.
10:30 to play in the second quarter. The second quarter brought to you by the Rock Restaurant. Smack dab in the middle of Eaglecrest and CT. You can watch the games live at the Rock. Wrap it up. Once again,
Kenny Watkins with the carry.
Calvin Rodriguez on defense. Great defensive play. The speed and anticipation wrap it up to make the tackle as Dean Dyer comes in now on the defensive line. Austin Jandik, number 58, right side. Williams in there, a linebacker, the sophomore. Mergerson rolling right. Looked like an option. Maybe throw it, keeps it, and dragged out of bounds by Williams.
Mergerson freed up by a nice block by
at the 13-yard line here at Legacy Stadium.
Brought down by Mark Anthony Thomas.
$9:37 to play in the second quarter. Eaglecrest in the black uniforms leading 7-0. Here's a handoff up the middle. Trying to wrap up. There was a hole.
Kenny Wantings forcing his way down to the 5-yard line of the Cougars.
Pickup of 8 yards.
Denzel Williams.
Williams in on the tackle. Denzel, one of the leaders on this team.
Spot the ball just outside the 5-yard line. Call it the 6-yard
along
line.
with Julian Williams, number 27. And once again, Dakota Rodriguez out for the remainder of the regular season with a hand injury. So Kearns and Williams in there with Thomas. And CT does a nice job on defense there. Jandik comes up along with Williams. And Nate Mellon in there as well, number 45, using a lot of bodies in and out. Thomas, number 35. And Williams, Mellon, Kearns, trying to slow down Mergerson here. The quarterback from Eaglecrest. Here's Mergerson, left side, option, keeps it into the end zone. Touchdown, Eaglecrest.
Touchdown, Raptors.
Well, just too much. A nice drive by Eaglecrest with 8:39 to play in the second quarter. Kept it on the option, read it, didn't need to pitch it, and a strong run into the end zone for the 13-0 lead. But CT needs to keep their heads up. If it were not for that turnover, we're talking about a 7-0 game here. Or possibly a 7-7 game. The extra point is good. And we've got a lot of football to play in this neighborhood rivalry. The Rock Restaurant, second quarter, Cherokee Trail football. The Cougars looking to come back on the third-ranked team in the state. And Dylan James with the start at quarterback has run a lot of Wildcat up until this point. Ethan Lesky with the concussion, so James with the call. Lothan, the backup quarterback, has taken a couple of snaps. Unfortunately, didn't catch one of those. And that thing was taken to the house for a touchdown. But that's football. Stuff like that happens. You got to bounce back, forget about it, move on, and here we go. 8:39 to play in the second quarter. An impressive drive from Eaglecrest. No surprise. Mergerson is their all-state quarterback. Victor Garnes, the dangerous athlete, as well in one of those black uniforms.
Sandoval Jimenez.
And Jimenez ready to kick it off. And CT tries to get a return out of this one. And tackled at about the 25-yard line. Malik Sparrow, number 6 right there in the white jersey.
Sparrow takes it out to the
stand-up young man.
where the Cougars will have it, 1st and 10.
Really good football player and lacrosse player. Can do it all with 8:32 to go in the Rock Restaurant second quarter. You're watching CT Cougar Football live. I believe Lothan is at quarterback. Sparrow to his right. Lothan to the 30, complete. Roberts, pickup of 6 yards. And we have a flag on the play. A nice job by Lothan coming back, completing the pass to the leading receiver on this team, Sean Roberts. Roberts, just a huge game last week. Had a chance to talk to his dad at the Rock. Great family and his mother. And this one's going against the Cougars. Have to limit these mistakes. No more mistakes for the Cougars tonight. That will be the goal. And that's what they will talk about in the locker room. Keep your head. Hold on to the ball. No stupid penalties. 8:23 to go in the second quarter. And Lothan is at quarterback again. Sparrow. The pitch running hard, and Eaglecrest, the defense swarms.
Tackle made on the play by number 48, Cody Arden. Sparrow with the carry. Ball spotted just inside the 15-yard line of the Cougars for the 3rd and long.
3rd down, 20 yards to go for the Cougars. Cherokee Trail Football live on the NFHSnetwork.com. Lothan back to pass, tipped, ball up in the air, fortunately does not fall in the hands of the Raptors.
Broken up.
That's the last thing they need at this point. 7:21 to go in the first half on the Rock Restaurant, second quarter.
Pass broken up on
the Rock Restaurant located Smoky Hill and 470 in Saddle Rock. Hello to any high school football fans watching over at the Rock tonight, live, enjoying a burger. Roberts gets this one off just in time. It bounces to about the 45, 46-yard line.
Roberts' kick travels all the way out to the 40.
So unfortunately, the offense unable to do anything after 2 impressive drives.
By Caleb Albert of the Cougars.
And then mistakes set in. Eaglecrest took advantage on defense with the fumble recovery. And then drove downfield Mergerson into the end zone for the touchdown. And they'll start it at the 46 of CT. Mergerson, hands off, right side, and a big pickup on that run. Kenny wanting again 7 yards. Wanting the ball even more, W-A-N-T-I-N-G, with a 7-yard gain. Mergerson, the starting quarterback at Eaglecrest. We'll see if he's pressured on this play. More than likely, they'll run this ball. Mergerson looking for a hole, keeps it. Runs east, west, north, south, and then back to the north. Pickup of 3 yards. And I think that was just called a quarterback draw. He's such a good athlete. It's really difficult to bottle him in. And that's a first down for Eaglecrest. First down, 35.5-yard line for the Raptors. Cougars aggressive on defense. Here's the pressure. Mergerson, though, gets away to the 25-20 and kind of pushed out of bounds by Williams at about the 21-yard line.
Denzel Williams with the stop on the play for the Cougars.
Yeah, that's just really frustrating. 15-yard pickup. You feel like you have captured him, and then he sneaks out of the pocket. 5:51. Here's the handoff, wanting. And CT wanting it more. Williams, Jandik.
Julian Williams.
And Kearns in there to make the tackle.
Cerns.
Good, aggressive defense by the Cougars.
25-yard line or the second down for the Raptors.
Second down, 14, big play here. Mergerson out to the right flat, trying to make a play. Here come the Cougars, but way too many yards after the catch. Swanson makes the tackle, but there will be a hold on this play. Holding against Eaglecrest, it appears. And I trust my oldest brother, Jeff Olson, on every play. He makes the call, I believe him. 5-10, and there's the call. You're watching the second quarter of Cherokee Trail High School football, the Cougars Live. Brought to you by the Rock Restaurant, 470 Smoky Hill in Saddle Rock. Check out the patio. Great views. Saw Pikes Peak the other night. Just gorgeous. You can see the southern metro area. Southeast Aurora, hilly, piney woods, beautiful. Mergerson dumps it out to their star at the 20-yard line. And then to the 16. And Garnes is knocked out of bounds at about the 16-yard line by Swanson.
Swanson with the coverage and the tackle.
Pickup of 15 yards for Garnes.
First down for the Raptors from their own from the Cougars 16-yard line.
Big play here on third down for the Cougars defense, pinning their ears back. Trying to bring the pressure, but they need to wrap up. Mergerson, left side, nice move. Hard running to the 11-yard line, and a good tackle.
Takes the ball down to the 11-yard line.
Antonio Collins once again comes up, pick up of 5 yards. Collins has been doing that a lot this year. First down. Watson in there, number 56. Collins, number 25. Thomas. Need to keep these guys out of the end zone. The third-ranked Raptors from Eaglecrest. 4:32 to play in the first half. Here's a handoff, cutback. Hit hard at the 2-yard line. Wanting with the carry. Williams comes up. The free safety to make the tackle and save the touchdown. A pickup of 9 yards. To the 2-yard line. Mergerson, quarterback. Wanting. Behind him, here's the handoff. Wanting more in the end zone. And is tackled at about the half-yard line by Williams. I think Jandik was in there.
Near the goal line. Result of the play is a Raptor first down.
Justin Fuller, number 62, was also in there. Need a goal line stand here. Mergerson, handoff, Wanting, touchdown. Raptors.
Following the horses up front, Kenny Wanting's touchdown.
And Eaglecrest takes an early 20-0 lead here in the first half with 3:33 to play in the second quarter. And, well, that's unfortunate. Just unable to do anything on offense, and then had to punt it away, and Eaglecrest takes advantage. But the defense did some nice things there. It's extra point, no problem. 21-0 now. Eaglecrest leading one of their rivals here in Southeast Aurora by 3 touchdowns. So the CT Cougars have to regroup right now. Mark Anthony Thomas.
The scoring drive brought
looks
to you
like
by
he's
Beyond
limping.
Restaurant, Associates and Family Dentistry. High Five Pizzas
With offensive coordinator Garrett Looney there in the black. Looks like he just said he's okay. There's assistant coach, defensive backs coach John Gonzalez at the 49-48 yard line in the burgundy.
This opportunity to pad your pocket.
So CT needs a nice return here. Get things going. Get this thing cranked up on offense. See if they can put some points on the board.
And then it's set to kick.
Sparrow, 20-yard line, spins, running hard. Nice job by Malik Sparrow to the 25.5-yard line.
With the tackle on the play. Cougars bring the ball out to the 25-yard line, where the first down. Official spotted at the 26-yard line, where the Cougars will have it first and 10.
Look, they knew it was going to be difficult tonight, especially with Lesgy out at quarterback, and we have not seen James since 2 possessions ago. Here's the handoff to Sparrow. So Lothan is in there at quarterback, and it appears that James may have an injury. I don't know if it's an ankle or a hand, but we will find out. Darius Swanson split out to the left, number 1. Lothan getting his opportunity at quarterback. Malik Sparrow to his right. Lothan lets it go. Roberts reception at about the 30 and then leans forward for a couple of extra yards. And a nice job, pickup of 10 yards on the play for Sean Roberts. Is that correct? 10 yards? 10-yard pickup. Roberts, nice job by Lothan. Now at the 32-yard line. Getting his confidence back. How about that pass to Mark Anthony Thomas? Threading the needle for the first down to the 40-yard line. Lothan to Thomas, pickup of 10 yards. But the clock shows 2:13 and ticking here in the first half. Second quarter, the Rock Restaurant second quarter. Lothan in the gun, back to pass, little screen pass. Swanson, nice job focusing on that ball, making the catch and picking up 2 yards.
Nice tackle on the play, prevents a
good crowd here at Legacy Stadium. The student section in their whites.
Anderson Taylor's
in the t-shirts and overalls and ready for this one. Lothan out in the flat, good pass, what a move. Sparrow, first down and out of bounds. Great football play from Malik Sparrow, a pickup of 10 yards. Lothan keeping his composure.
Victor Garnes there to force him out of bounds.
Great job by Lothan getting that ball out there in the flat, and then Sparrow making a play after the catch. 1:20 to play in the second quarter before these teams head to the locker room for halftime. Coming up is the On Point Urgent Care halftime show. Learn more about On Point Urgent Care. Lothan, he lets it fly over the middle, and the pass is broken up. Intended for Roberts.
Incomplete pass broken up by Kyle Wagner on the play.
1:16 to play in the first half. You're watching CT Football Live on the NFHSnetwork.com. I'm Blake Olson. You can follow me on Twitter at BlakeOlson1. Jeff Olson is up here producing. Lothan letting it fly deep. That looked like an interference to me. And guess what? They're going to pull out the laundry and call it on the Raptors with 1:11 to play in the first half of this neighborhood rivalry. Nice job by Lothan getting the ball out, delivering, and Swanson interfered with. A great job, Lothan coming back. Have to love that. After the fumble on the snap and standing in the pocket and really showing a lot of maturity here.
Pass interference penalty against the Raptors. The 15-yard penalty will move the ball down to the 29-yard line of the Raptors.
Lothan is the transfer from Chaparral. Oh, and they're going to call a false start on the Cougars' left side. And I believe it was Malik Sparrow. And he's disappointed with himself with 1:11 to play in the first half. Beautiful night for football. We had rain about 30 minutes before kickoff. It cooled off dramatically, but just a good night. Short little throw. Oh, Sparrow getting out of it, spinning, running hard. Forget about it. You're going to have to tackle me and hit me hard. Sparrow, great effort, pickup of 2. But the clock is ticking. 50 seconds to play here in the first quarter. First half, check that. In the first half, Lothan out in the flat, incomplete. That's okay. get another opportunity here.
Corey Corbin with the coverage there.
Well, they're down to really the third quarterback, because Dylan James is considered the second quarterback, really, out of that Wildcat offense, and then able to make plays with his arm as well. But Lothan is a very talented athlete and can throw the ball. So let's see if he can make a play here with the rest of his Cougars with 43 seconds to play in the first half. Lothan dumps it off. Good pass. Good concentration by Roberts.
Sean Roberts with the reception.
Pick up of 4 yards.
Cody Barden with the tackle.
28-yard line, timeout. 36.9 seconds to go in the first half. You're watching CT Cougars football live on the NFHSnetwork.com. This quarter is brought to you by the Rock Restaurant. 470 in Smoky Hill and Saddle Rock.
Penalty is against the Raptors. It'll be a
say hi to Cody.
Foul penalty, roughing the passer.
When you check out the Rock, he'll take good care of you. Had the tacos last week. That was excellent.
Penalty.
34 seconds to play.
15-yard line where the Cougars will have
Clock
first
is
and 10.
ticking. Lothan out in the flat, incomplete, intended for
Pass
Roberts.
incomplete, intended for Sean Roberts.
24.6 on the clock after it stops. Eaglecrest leading 21-0. They are the third-ranked team in the state,
Incompletion brings up
and
second
you
and
could
10
make
for
an
the
argument
Cougars.
that this team
24
has
seconds remaining on
the
clock.
roster to win a state championship. But we are in week 4 with 6 more to go in the regular season after this one. Lothan to the end zone, intercepted, telegraphed that one, and someone's got to make the tackle here before the half. And thankfully, Gabe Perkins does. A touchdown saving tackle by the offensive lineman after the interception.
22-yard line.
And we have a flag on the play, as is the case on most wild plays like that one. You know, you become a defensive player in a split second, and then craziness happens and the laundry lands on the field. So a personal foul against Eaglecrest with 12.2 to go here in the first half at Legacy Stadium. You're watching CT Football Live. Week 4, Class 5A, State of Colorado, Cherokee Trail 2-1 on the season. Eaglecrest 3-0. Joe Johnson, the new head coach, going for his third victory as the head coach at CT. Great staff, a great group of kids. Freshman through senior class with 12.2 to go. Mergerson is the quarterback, and he's going to keep it up the middle. And I believe Perkins with the tackle. Perkins doing some great things so far. Nice job by Gabe Perkins.
And that's halftime.
And that's okay. This team's going to regroup and bounce back.
Raptors 21.
As Cherokee Trail leads here at Legacy Stadium 21-0. A lot of football to be played. Please come back for the second half. We're going to watch the On Point Urgent Care halftime show and learn more about this great practice. Here's Alba throwing it deep. into double coverage. My goodness. Victor Garnes almost came up with that interception.
Pass broken up
It
by
bobbled
Victor Garnes.
around, thrown into
Intended
double
receiver Gary
coverage.
Swanson. Brings up third
Fortunately
and
for the
10 for
Cougars, he
Cougars.
could not come down with it with 6:20 to play in the third quarter. The CT Cougars and the Eaglecrest Raptors. 3 receivers split out to the right, 2 to the left. Alba, the sophomore quarterback, dumps it off. That's a first down. And here we go. 30-yard, 20-yard, 10 into the end zone. Malik
Touchdown, Cougars.
Sparrow, touchdown. Cherokee Trail.
Touchdown reception by number 6, Malik Sparrow of the Cougars.
Hayden Alba, congratulated by his teammates. The sophomore hits Sparrow. And Malik flies down the far sideline for the first touchdown of the game for CT. Remember, they started out on fire on offense, marching down the field with Dylan James starting at quarterback at that Wildcat spot. Roberts with the extra point.
Sean Roberts, extra point attempt is up
And
good.
CT trails 21-7 after that huge play.
The Cougars on board.
There is life on the far sideline. Alba. With the offensive coordinator, Garrett Looney. Coach Hall out there. Coach Estrada congratulating him. Boy, that's great to see. With 6:10 to play, in the third quarter, Legacy Stadium, CT Football Live. This quarter brought to you by Heads Up Salon and Spa. Pamper yourself, northeast section of the Southlands.
Kickoff from the 40-yard line.
Little rain in the
Jonathan
stadium now falling.
Garnes for the Raptors.
And this is the first time it has rained since pregame. So hopefully that doesn't affect the offense too much here. Roberts, a little squibber, and a whistle on the play. Don't forget, you can follow me on Twitter at Blake Olson 1, the number 1, BlakeOlson 1 on Twitter. Also, my YouTube channel with coverage of CT football, the Cougars, all week long. Our coaches show, the pregame show with Joe Johnson from the Rock Restaurant. Boy, thank you to all of our sponsors tonight. Heads Up Salon and Spa, and the Rock Restaurant, On Point Urgent Care, and 3 Margaritas as well. One of our great sponsors. 6:09 to play in the third quarter after the touchdown reception from Sparrow. And Eaglecrest will take this at the 41-yard line. They do not want Victor Garnes. Big hole, though.
Watkins carry good down to the 47-yard line.
Boy, CT needs to try to win that line of scrimmage. Wanting. How about that tackle? Nice job by Williams. The sophomore linebacker, pickup of 2 yards.
Antonio Collins, Julian Williams
To the 49-yard line.
Watkins taking the carry.
You can see the challenges that CT has up front. It's a great offensive line from Eaglecrest. Trying to get a hold of the ball and wrap up
Watkins carries
was
it into
Perkins.
Cougar territory.
And that's a first down
Antonio
for
Collins,
Wanting.
First one to greet him there. Ball spotted at the 46-yard line of the Cougars. Where the
One of these
Raptors
second down
pick up
plays,
first
CT
down
needs to
for
come
good.
up with a big play and a big stop. With 5 minutes and 9 seconds to go in the third quarter. Mergerson is going to dump this one off in the flat, and Denzel Williams is there. Great defense. As you take a look at head coach Joe Johnson. I don't know what the call is here.
Flag on the play.
Coach Jackson is to your right. Coach Johnson in the gray. Coach Gonzalez right there in the burgundy, walking off the field. Personal foul. And Joe Johnson was not happy with that. And now you understand why.
Personal foul, roughing the passer called against the
Roughing the passer.
15-yard penalty takes the ball
And
down to
I don't know if Coach Johnson was upset at the
the
officials
31-yard line.
or his own
Masters will
team,
have
but
first and 10.
bottom line, that hurts. Mergerson, left side. And the Cougars sprinting, pursuing, trying to wrap up
Jamer
at the 28-yard line, tackling Mergerson.
Of the Cougars. Isaac Cerns there to stop him.
Well, the speed and the pursuit was there from the defense, just could not catch up to Mergerson in the offensive backfield. Second down, a pickup of 2. Handoff, Garnes, right side, big hole, first down. Williams tackles him, wraps up.
Watkins taking the ball down to the 20-yard line. Denzel Williams.
Well, Denzel Williams is doing a nice job at that free safety spot coming up.
Play is a Raptor first down.
But the defensive line needs to find a way to shed those blocks with 4:19 to play in the third quarter and make the tackle on Wanting. Big holes, good vision, lateral quickness from Wanting. Mergerson lets it fly, incomplete.
Jamer's pass falls incomplete.
And Sconyers on the coverage, and good coverage from Sconyers with 4 minutes and 3 seconds to play in the third quarter.
Dugan, the intended receiver on the play.
Heads up,
Second
Salon
and
and
10 for the
Spa,
Raptors.
third quarter on CT Football Live. Mergerson, handoff. Victor Garnes stretches out to the 5-yard line. His knee at about the 7. And he is long, lanky, and stretches out in good effort.
Officials will.
So now a timeout on the field.
And the Raptors call timeout.
Timeout. Eaglecrest, 3:56 to go on the clock in the third quarter. This quarter of Cherokee Trail football, the Cougars, is brought to you by Heads Up Salon and Spa, northeast section of the Southlands Mall, just west of Cherokee Trail High School, maybe a mile. So drop by Heads Up Salon and Spa, pamper yourself, and say thank you very much for supporting my team, the CT Cougars. 5A football in Colorado, week 4. The third-ranked team in the black uniforms, Eaglecrest High School. Cherokee Trail in the white jerseys, burgundy helmets. First and goal. Mergerson, Williams wraps up, he dumps it off. Here come the Cougars, and the loss.
Chambers pass complete.
Dean Dyer is in there, along with Swanson. Williams, the pressure. Great job by the defense, and Antonio Collins also in there. Sure, I missed a few, but big time play for CT. Trying to prevent Eaglecrest from finding the end zone. Mergerson rolling left. Pressured. Ankles. CT. Sack on the play.
Refusing to go down.
Mark Anthony Thomas with a big time defensive play and the sack.
Sean Robertson, Julian Williams.
Wow, everyone was coming. Mergerson did not have a chance to throw the ball. He escaped a few tackles, and here came Thomas the captain. 2:43 on the clock, third quarter. CT, that defense flying around. Mergerson, here they come again. Sack! Calvin Rodriguez, the ankle sack.
Calvin Rodriguez with the tackle.
Golden shoes coming up big for CT on this Friday night in September. 2:13 to play in the third quarter. Wow. Victor Garn split out to the right. Fourth down. Down by 2 touchdowns. A huge play here. Mergerson. Back to pass, looking for Garns. Over the middle. Caught into the end zone. Stretching out.
Touchdown Raptors! There is a penalty marker back at the 27.
There is a flag on the play. Theron Sandoval leaped up and caught that pass and then stretched out for what appears to be a touchdown, but we do have a flag on the play with 1:44 to go in the third quarter. Boy, the pressure was there, and Sandoval open. Touchdown, Eaglecrest. He's a big kid too. Touchdown, Raptors.
Touchdown stands for the Raptors. Personal foul against the Cougars.
Personal foul called. 1:44 to go in the third quarter. 27-7. The home team leading. No problem on the extra point.
Remains perfect on the night, 4 extra points.
28-7 now.
Nice job by
The
Raptors
third-ranked
special teams.
Eaglecrest Raptors leading your CT Cougars by 3 touchdowns again. But it appears that Alba, the sophomore quarterback, will come back out, I believe, and we'll see if he can do any more damage with Sparrow at running back. Dylan James has not played since midway through the first half. It appeared he had a hand injury. He got the start for Ethan Lesge, and then it kind of unraveled. Lothan came in, did a nice job at quarterback. The senior. And then Alba with the start in the third quarter, the sophomore.
The personal foul penalty against the Cougars.
So they'll mark off that personal foul here on the kickoff. Hayden Alba.
So the Raptors will be kicking off from the Cougar 45-yard line. Jimenez set to take the kick.
And the kickoff out of the end zone, of course. CT will take it at their own 20-yard line with 1:44 to go here in the third quarter, brought to you by Heads Up Salon and Spa. Week 4 of high school football, Class 5A. 2 great programs meeting here at the facility that both teams call home. Cherokee Trail High School, just 100 yards away to the west of this stadium. Jet sweep, Swanson, right side, look at the speed, running hard. He is doing a nice job running hard anytime the pig gets in his hands. To the 30-yard line, they're gonna say it's short by a half a yard. Pickup of 9.5 yards. Nice job by Darius Swanson, one of the senior captains. 1:10 to play. Third quarter, Alba, bubble, screen to Swanson, and he's going to lose 1 yard on the play.
Darius Swanson. Victor Garnes immediately there to drop the receiver.
And Swanson is down now. Oh my goodness.
Loss on the play, brings up third and short.
And grimacing. Looks like we have cramps here. And he's playing a lot. Offense and defense. Safety, played corner last year. And they need him on offense. So along with Thomas, Mark Anthony Thomas, Swanson at one of the skill positions on offense, and he is not happy. Look like cramps. .46 seconds to go in the third quarter. Offense trying to get it going here. 3rd and 1. Down 28-7. In the heads up, Solana and Spa, third quarter. Alba chugging his legs. He's a tough guy. Looks like a first down. We'll see where they mark it. And it will be a first down for CT with 31 seconds to go in the third quarter here at Legacy Stadium.
Ball spotted at the 31-yard line where the Cougars will have it, 1st and 10 after the first down carry.
Alba in the gun, rolling left, lets it fly, into coverage, tipped up. And guess who's there? Garnes once again.
Broken up by Thomas at Dangerfield.
Boy, you don't want to throw the ball anywhere near him.
Brings up 2nd and 10 from the Cougar 31-yard line.
Great football player here in Southeast Aurora. 9.1 seconds to go in the third quarter. The heads up, Salon and Spa, third quarter. CT Football Live on the NFHS Network. Hayden Alba is the quarterback. Little short pass, tipped up again. Thankfully, no INT. 5.5 on the clock now. That'll force a third down. 28-7. 3rd and 10 from the 31. We are in the third quarter of play. Ethan Lesky, the starting quarterback, unable to play tonight. Concussed in the last game. This is the third quarter quarterback we have seen tonight. And Alba is swung around and brought down at about the 34-yard line.
Brings up 4th down for the Cougars.
4th down. Roberts will see if he can get a punt off as the third quarter ends. The Cherokee Trail Cougars trailing 28-7 against one of the best teams in the state, a team that will fight and battle for an opportunity to play for a state championship in Class 5A. But there is a lot of football to be played this season, and CT is just going to get better and better and improve. And let me tell you, they came out strong that first possession with Dylan James at quarterback. They marched downfield.
4th down for the Cougars from the 39.
Unfortunately, a big turnover, a fumble recovery. Garnes took it the other direction
Victor
for
Garn.
the score for Eaglecrest and the early 7-0 lead. And unfortunately for CT, they haven't been able to bounce back. James had an injury. We haven't seen him. Roberts gets this punt away, and not the punt that he would have liked.
Cougars punt down at the 42-yard line where the Raptors will take over.
All right, so that
Raptors
punt
fans, it's time to find out who the lucky winner
is
is
down
of the
by
drawing.
Caleb Albert.
Get your drawing tickets out right now. The winning number is
So the defense really needs to step up here again.
7871. Once
With
again, that's
11:47 to go.
7871. You're the lucky winner of the 50-50 raffle drawing.
Here in the fourth quarter, brought to you by 3 Margaritas Restaurant. Just a stone's throw away from the stadium here. 3 Margaritas Family Mexican Restaurant. Our fourth quarter sponsor. Drop by 3 Margaritas tonight and tell them thank you for supporting Cherokee Trail football and the Cougars. Mergerson, handoff, Wanting, up the middle. Nice move. Thomas swings him around and wraps up. And a big pickup for Wanting. 10-yard carry with 11:18 to play in the game. Mergerson, handoff, Wanting, and Thomas hits him hard.
Calvin Rodriguez.
Wow, the leg strength of Thomas.
For a short gain on the play. Brings up second down for the Raptors.
And Antonio Collins as well, number 25. A nice job on defense. Mergerson, pressured. A big-time sack for Williams,
Loss on the play.
the sophomore linebacker.
Number 27.
Bring in the heat.
Williams.
And a loss of 10 yards
Also
on the
there,
play.
Collins.
Just what the Cougars needed.
Loss on the play.
With
Back to
10:20 to go in the game.
To the 44-yard line, where the third and long.
Mergerson at quarterback for Eaglecrest. The Cougars doing whatever they can to create some problems for the Raptors. And Rodriguez there for the tackle. Mergerson may have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. No, he did not. I'm looking at the wrong one.
Darren Sandoval Jimenez getting set to punt.
Obviously, a long way back to the line of scrimmage. Great job
Sean Roberts back
by
to
Calvin Rodriguez with 9 minutes and 34 seconds to play in the game. Forcing the punt. And here it is. And a great bounce to the 15, 14-yard line.
And then as kick travels all the way down to the 15-yard line of the Cougars, well, the Cougars will have it first and 10.
You're watching CT Football Live. Cherokee Trail High School football in Southeast Aurora, Colorado. This quarter is brought to you by our friends at 3 Margaritas Family Restaurant. Sounds great right after the game. Thank you to 3 Margaritas Family Mexican Restaurant. Swanson split out to the left. Alba, hands off, right side. Sparrow spinning. Pickup of maybe 3.
Sparrow with the carry.
Malik
Kyle
Sparrow
Wagner, Tyler Dufour combining on the stop.
running hard tonight, playing extremely hard. 9:01 now left on the clock and a timeout for an injury. And I think it may be Dean Dyer. The center, I believe, is down at about the 16-yard line. And checking out his ankle, possibly. Could be cramping situation again as Joe Johnson, the head coach, out on the field in the gray hoodie. And that takes a lot of muscle to get number 69, and it is not Dyer. It is Drew King. My apologies. Drew King is up. And with the start tonight for the Cougars from Cherokee Trail, 9:01 to go in the game. Here in the Three Margaritas Mexican restaurant, fourth quarter.
Ball, second down.
Hayden Alba, sophomore quarterback, draws him offside. Yes, it was you. You are correct. Thank you for confirming. .851.
Penalty against the Raptors, moves the ball out to the 23-yard line with the second.
Alba, handoff, driven back.
Lake Sparrow, ball carrier.
Dylan Brooks once again. Great to see him in there at left tackle. Big kid, number 74. Boy, the players, his teammates, excited to hear him come back. And really nice to see him at left tackle. Sparrow thrown to the ground at about the 21-yard line, 22.
Sparrow drops for a loss on the play. First there to greet him, Cody Barden in the backfield of the Cougars. Brings up fourth down for the Cougars.
Fourth down, 7:38 to play in the game. Cherokee Trail trailing 28-7 against the Raptors from Eaglecrest. Alba, back to pass, rolling left. He's going to keep it. Cuts upfield, and a first down. Hayden Alba.
Dropped down by Kyle Wagner.
Great piece of running. Pickup of 5 yards.
First down, while spotted at the 31-yard line where the Cougars will have it.
Well, you can see he has a great future ahead of him at quarterback and also linebacker. We'll see what happens over the next few years. Alba. Thomas, 50, 45, 40, 30, 25, 20. Mark Anthony Thomas from Alba. First down, Cougars.
John Hupel there to take him down.
50-yard pickup. Hey, now we're in business at 6:48. Check that, 6:58 left in the game. 28-7. Boy, that's good to see. Really good to see. And that pass had to get there because the defense was coming up and just got by the defender. Good to see that for Mark Anthony Thomas. Screen pass. Sparrow, 20, 10, 5. And tripped up out of bounds.
Nice play by Thomas.
And I think Sparrow may have pulled something on the way down. Maybe not, just disappointed with himself. Not getting into the end zone, but well-designed play to Sparrow from Alba.
Reception is good.
15-yard pickup.
All the way down to the 3-yard line where the Cougars will have it. First and
Knocking
goal.
on the door. The CT Cougars with 6:30 to play in the game. And no luck on that one.
Ball carrier
Well,
comes
obviously
off on the play.
CT missing Dylan James. I don't know what happened. It looked like he was holding his hand
Penalty
in the
marker
first
down at
half.
the 5-yard line.
So once again, Lesge, the starting quarterback, a no-go. It's a first down, personal foul against Eaglecrest, the Raptors, and this will give CT another opportunity to find the end zone. So Lesge, the starting quarterback, does not start, and Dylan James
Personal
gets
foul
the
against
start
the Raptors.
and then knocked out of the game.
2-yard line, half the distance.
So Lothan with some action, and now Hayden Alba fumbles the snap, gets back on it. And a
Fumble on the
wasted
play.
play there.
Thomas Dangerfield there to
So now,
cover up the ball carrier.
thank you, Justin Kane and the Booster Club. Once again, the great hard work. Just what they do is amazing. What a great Booster Club. And we are lucky to have this dedicated group of parents and supporters like Justin Kane in the mix with 5:30 to play in the game. Alba sees a receiver open. Touchdown! Sparrow! Once again for the CT Cougars. From Hayden Alba, the sophomore quarterback. And they cut the lead, 28-13 here at Legacy Stadium. Roberts will attempt the extra point. Boy, that's good to see. Alba leads this team downfield. They take advantage of some penalties. Find the end zone. He was patient. Saw Sparrow awaiting the pass. Roberts, he gets this off, and it's good. Got to clean that up.
Nice effort by
Somehow, some way, have to clean that up. And that's what CT will do. The snaps on special teams, the punts, the extra points. Little things mean a lot. Attention to detail. And that's how this team will get better throughout the season. But that was a great sign. 28-14. Eaglecrest leading. Boy, had it not been for a couple of turnovers, few mistakes, we're talking about a one-touchdown game here. Who knows? But you have to execute. That's all part of the process here. Once again, this is the fourth quarter brought to you by Three Margaritas Family Mexican Restaurant. Hey, what a great place to drop by after the game on a Friday night. Three Margaritas. Another onside kick attempt from Sean Roberts. I'm telling you, that onside kick last week, and I know you probably think I'm crazy going out of my mind last week after that absolutely perfect kick by Roberts. But look, that is not easy. That thing was, I mean, it not only went 11 yards, it has to go 10 yards. It sneaked right behind the defense, through the legs, curled around 11 yards. Thank you, Justin Kane. And right there to recover that onside kick, a Cougar. And honestly, I think it may have been Alba, if I'm not mistaken. I know Swanson was there, so let's see if they could do it again. I don't know if they'll kick this one away. We'll see. And another onside kick to the 45-yard line, and Eaglecrest comes up with it. I'm most certain that Eaglecrest saw that onside kick on video. And boy, if they didn't work on that, I'd be surprised. Thank you to our sponsors once again. On Point Urgent Care, 3 Margaritas, Heads Up Salon and Spa, Health Images, Golden Flame, The Rock, Dion's, Mountain Dog Photography, Olive Garden, Firehouse. Thank you to all of our sponsors tonight. 5:29 to play in the game. It's been an interesting one. Pickup of 6 yards, 28-14.
Calvin Rodriguez, Mark Anthony Thomas.
Really interesting game. When you look at the quarterback situation, that is always extremely difficult when you, first of all, you lose your starting quarterback, and Dylan James did a great job early on, then gets dinged up, and then they go to 2 guys who really haven't been getting the reps this week, and they stepped up well. Pickup of 2, Lothan and Alba. You just never know when your number is going to be called, and that's what happened tonight with the Cougars from Cherokee Trail with 4:37 to go in the game. Mergerson is your quarterback for Eaglecrest. Here's a handoff. Wanting.
Kenny Wanting taking down past the yard to gain. Result of the play.
Calvin Rodriguez in on the play.
Antonio Collins, Mark Anthony Thomas on the stop.
4:20 to go in the game. CT trailing 28-14. I'll tell you what, they should be encouraged by this. This is one of the best teams in the state, and CT knows they can clean up their mistakes and play better football, and they're right in this game. Wanting. Left side to the 20. Knocked out at about the 16-yard line. Swanson.
Kenny Wanting
Sconyers.
his way down to the 16-yard line. Stop made
Antonio Collins again. Pickup of 20 yards.
Result of the play is a Raptor first down inside Cougar territory.
Mergerson. Wanting, left side. Thomas and Collins wrap him up.
Wanting's following that
at the 10-yard line.
By the offensive line.
Trying to take as much pride as possible on defense here. Looking to keep Eaglecrest out of the end zone with 3:33 to play in the game. Wanting, left side.
Kenny Wanting's taking it down to the 8-yard line, where the third down and short for the Raptors.
3:17 to play in the game.
Rodriguez combining on the stop for the Cougars.
The 3 Margaritas Family Mexican Restaurant, fourth quarter. 28-14. Eaglecrest in the black, leading the Cherokee Trail Cougars. Here are the Raptors. Up the middle, Wanting again.
Gabe Perkins on the stop for the
And a timeout called.
Timeout, Cougars.
By the Cougars from Cherokee Trail. So Joe Johnson and Coach Gonzalez will
Sports fans,
talk to the defense along with Coach Jackson.
Let's do our part to make sure we keep Legacy Stadium clean.
Trying to keep the Raptors out.
Pictures, leave only footprints.
And hold them to 28 points
Make sure
here at Legacy Stadium. It's 5A football here in Colorado. Glad you joined us on the NFHSnetwork.com. 3 Margaritas Restaurant. Just southeast of Legacy Stadium across the street.
2 yards to go.
Drop by 3 Margaritas family Mexican restaurant tonight.
Lining up for a field goal attempt.
And we have a field goal attempt for the Raptors, and they've done a great job on special teams. And this one is no good. And a break for the CT Cougars.
No good, and the
They'll
Cougars
take
will
that.
take over.
Thank you very much. Dean Dyer out there, the center, the senior. Seen a lot of football over the past 4 years here at Cherokee Trail High School. Gano, George Gano, the sophomore center, with the sophomore quarterback, Hayden Alba.
After the failed
2:40
field goal attempt
to play in the game now.
Ball out to the 20-yard line.
Hayden Alba, who is a strong young man, gets after it in the weight room. Back to pass. He's going to keep it. Running hard. Picks up some nice yardage. But the clock continues to tick. 2:30. Pickup of 9 yards on the play. Good decision by Alba. It's just reps. Reps and experience. You'll get stronger and faster over time. Here's Alba getting out of the pocket. Fumble. Fortunately recovered. Oh my goodness. By Gano, and there's going to be a flag on the play after the whistle, a personal foul on Eaglecrest. Big George coming up with the fumble recovery and says, hey, what gives? Well, he was running. When you hear the whistle, you can't hit anybody. So Gano was ready to take that northbound. And why not? The big center, guard, offensive lineman.
Personal foul called against the Raptors.
He wanted a piece of the action. But then again, so did the Raptors defense.
2-yard line, where it'll be first and
2:11 to play in the game. 28-14. This is where you just try to get better. Do not quit playing. Alba, 45-50. Dives to the 48-yard line.
Takes the ball out.
Pickup of 8 yards. Manage the clock. 1:52 to play in the game.
Brings up second and short for the Cougars.
Second down, a few yards to go. Alba. Pitter patter with his feet, gets out of the pocket. Here come the Raptors. Got to get rid of it. And he does. Complete. Fumble on the play. I'm not sure if they'll say that he caught the ball, had possession, but it looks like it's Eaglecrest ball. After the fumble, and 1:30 to go on the clock. All right, are you going to 3 margaritas after the game or the Rock?
Pass is incomplete.
Incomplete.
Brings up third down for the Cougars.
All righty, 1:30 to go. Fortunately for CT, good call. This quarter of CT football is brought to you by 3 Margaritas Family Mexican Restaurant.
Ball brought back to the 40.
It's 28-14, and the rain has returned, falling here at Legacy Stadium. Boy, that was a lack of communication there. George snapped it, and Alba was not ready. And that's going to happen.
Line of scrimmage.
When you are not
No gain on the play.
under center every week and every practice
not going anywhere on that
with the
run.
starting center, sometimes that's hard to get used to. 1:05 to play in the game. Complete. Thomas
Aldall's pass complete to Mark Anthony.
drugged down, and that's a first down. Trying to get in the end zone, put some more points on the board. Just want to get better. You're going to get Dylan James back. You're going to get Lesgie back. You're going to get a few players back. Alba needs to hold on to that football in the pocket. Sacked. 48 seconds to go in the game.
Also there.
Eaglecrest is going to win this football game in the neighborhood rivalry. Cherokee Trail is going to drop to 2-2. Eaglecrest will stay undefeated as the third-ranked team in the state. That pass is tipped.
All balls pass.
And
Elijah Anderson Taylor
the sophomore trying to get that ball out there, have to be careful.
Mark Anthony Thomas.
Once again, thank you to Three Margaritas Restaurant and all of our fantastic sponsors here on CT Football Live. Thank you to Jeff Olson for producing tonight. Steve Carpenter, the athletic director from CT, with great vision. And as far as I'm concerned, the smartest athletic director in the state of Colorado. Thank you to head coach Joe Johnson and his staff. Offensive coordinator Garrett Looney. Alba keeping it. The great booster club from CT. All the wonderful parents, family members, brothers, sisters, and supporters. Thank you for watching CT Football Live all season long right here on the NFHSnetwork.com. NFHSnetwork.com. Alba, the quarterback, in the pocket. Forced out. Alba keeps it, 40-yard line. Knocked out. 3 yards later, first down. 10 seconds
takes it down
to go in the game.
36-yard line. Where the
Let's see if CT can get in the end zone. Just want to keep on playing hard. Do not quit. You are going to get better, more confident. And this is a non-conference game. Remember, non-conference game in week 4 at Grandview coming up. Next week, Alba keeps it hit hard at about the 32-yard line. Alba's a tough guy. Had a bloody nose before the game, as a matter of fact. So Hayden Alba finishes this one as the quarterback. And Eaglecrest, ranked 3rd in the state, wins it 28-14. Take a look at head coach Joe Johnson congratulating Eaglecrest and the entire staff from Eaglecrest High School. Thanks for watching CT Football Live. The Cougars now 2-2. That's okay. Did some great things tonight. 28-14 in the final. I'm Blake Olson. We'll talk to you next week. Thank you very much for watching, and go Cougars.